Sierra Leone's First Lady, Fatima Bio, is unlike any First Lady the country has seen before. She speaks up on taboo subjects.
Menstruation is not a crime.
And is very vocal about women's rights.
What I'm fighting for is accepting women on the table.
A near-child bride herself, she championed to abolish child marriage in her own country, where more than 29% of women are married before the age of 18. And she has her critics. Some say she's too political in a role that's meant to be ceremonial.
In the eyes of her critic, she is a meddlesome person, a divisive character.
These are all the lies I am not going to validate.
The BBC has been given exclusive access to see the inside life of the president's wife, Fatima Bio. Umaru Fofana is the BBC's Sierra Leone correspondent who has followed the first family's ascent to power.
For many people outside Sierra Leone, the country is a byword for the civil war that was here in the 1990s and blood diamonds, which were basically the reason for that war. But I can assure you that it's a very beautiful country. And we are a lovely people. Religious tolerance here is amazing. I doubt it exists anywhere else in the world.
Friday, most of the population in Sierra Leone were like 70 to 75% Muslims. So we go to the mosque and pray.
Your husband is not a Muslim?
My husband is a Christian, so he will cover the 30%. But we don't do that here. Sierra Leone, we're very religious tolerant. You won't know who is a Muslim, you won't know who is a Christian. So we're very religious tolerant. I think that is one of our trademark that we really need to market outside, because I don't think there's any country in the world that is as religious tolerant as we are in Sierra Leone.
It's the end of prayers, but not the end of the working day. The First Lady has been vocal about education, where girls have been markedly disadvantaged to access compared to boys.
I'm at a brand new university in Freetown, and the class of 2025 are just about to graduate, and the keynote speaker is Fatima Bio, the First Lady.
What does seeing a young woman like Janet graduate mean for women in Sierra Leone?
It's such an honor. Young girls are not privileged to go to school. They're only made for household, wives, and bearing children. But seeing a young girls growing up today with so much like this is a new era.
What I'm fighting for is accepting women on the table. When you make decisions, especially when it concerns women's affairs, you can't have a bunch of men sit in a room and make a decision and then come and tell us women, this is what I want to do. I want you people to do. It is wrong. There should be a woman there. I love to be in the provinces. With Freetown, you feel caged. Every public place you go, you meet so many people there. A lot of people want pictures. A lot of people will want your attention. But in the farm, that's my own space. And the best place, because the telephone doesn't work there.
Upcountry in her farm, the First Lady feels comfortable enough to wear her favourite football team's shirt.
These are the small ones there.
Is this kind of environment an environment that you're more comfortable
Yes.
in than the public?
Yes, I love it. When we come here, we're at peace. So the kids will sit here and they will be feeding, they will go to the animals, the chicken. Everybody is free here.
Little is known about the First Lady's upbringing, but now feels like a good time to ask.
I was born in Kono. My father was a miner. My mother has always been a proper housewife, but my father has been a miner, so he mined all around this country. I come from a polygamous family, and that also is another challenge, because when you come from a polygamous family, if your mother is not the madam of the house, you are not the child of the house. So my mother was not the madam of the house. You know, my stepmother was the madam of the house, so she was in charge.
Mrs. Bio says her father and his first wife, the madame of the house, wanted her to marry an older man that she knew before she was a teenager.
The person who has always been my uncle. And you know, whenever he comes to the house, I'm running to him, he buy me sweets. This is like my uncle. And then one day they said, oh, this is your husband. I'm like, what?
So how old was he?
I wouldn't know, but I believe that at that time he would have been about late 30s.
And when were you told that you would have to marry a man?
It's a natural thing. They don't need your permission. They will just come and say to you, oh, this person have brought cola nut for you. And when you finish this year in school, you're going to get married. It's just like that. Not like, what do you think? Do you want this person? You know, no. They tell you, not ask you. And you can't fight.
How were you feeling when they told you?
At that point, I hated myself, I hated my mom, because I wanted an adult to fight for me. But she just did not have it to fight because she was so scared of my dad.
It was this personal experience that led Sierra Leone's First Lady to championing the country's Prohibition of Child Marriage Act in 2024. She told the BBC that the bill has been a personal battle, and personal battles have been a staple to her life, including before politics, when she left Sierra Leone to seek refuge in the UK during the Civil War.
What was it like being an asylum seeker in the UK in the mid-90s?
It was better than being here and being married to an old pervert. Anything but that. So it's nothing that I can complain about, because if I didn't go, I would not be seated here today. So England was my amazing grace. I went to England, I got my voice, I got my independence, and then I was able to fight for myself, and now I can fight for as many young people as possible.
Fatima Bio entered the entertainment industry as an actress and met her husband Julius Bio, who was already a political leader.
Okay. No.
How do you see the future for your daughters of Sierra Leone?
I think it's bright, and they are going to be women that are determined, focused, and they know they're right. So whatever is working in this country can only work because the women say so. You go to the farms, the women, you go to the market, the women, the hospitals, schools, everywhere. The women are contributing to nation building silently. Well, you know, they don't make noise, it's the men that make the noise. This is a cow. No, you don't go do so now.
In the eyes of her supporters, she's a messianic figure. In the eyes of her critics, she is a meddlesome person, a divisive character. However, her critics say that she has gone beyond the traditional role of a first lady. She campaigns very openly, she is very political.
One cloud that hangs over Sierra Leone's political family is an alleged association with one of Europe's most wanted fugitives. Jos Ladekers has been filmed at a church service attended by the President and First Lady.
Do you know who Jos Ladekers is?
I have no idea who he is.
You don't know who he is?
No.
So Jos Ladekers is one of the most wanted criminals in Europe.
I wouldn't know because I'm not a criminal, so I will not know.
He is a drug kingpin, and he is said to be married to the president's daughter.
Really? Well, maybe in another life.
They say that they have a child together.
These are all the lies I am not going to validate.
I suppose the question is, though, how did one of Europe's most wanted drug dealers get to be so close to Sierra Leone's first family, as was shown in the video?
Whoever is in that room is none of my business. My own video is not prescribed for certain people or that people. I don't bring people into church. I'm not a Christian, I'm a Muslim. So when I go to church service, which means I'm invited like every other person, I don't bring people into church. So I don't know who was in that church.
I also wanted to ask her about reports that she and her family are buying luxury properties abroad, with questions over where the funds are coming from.
Should we look at some specifics of challenges that people have said so that you have an opportunity to answer them? I feel as though one of them is specifically about properties that your family own in Gambia, that there have been several properties bought by the presidency.
The thing is, when you make allegations, you have to come with proofs. You don't make baseless allegations.
So is that untrue, that you've bought property
If you don't
for your
bring the
family?
conveyance and you just film people's houses, and you film houses that maybe I have before I even know who Mother Bio was, I'm not answering that question.
So is that something that you deny?
I don't have to deny it, I don't have to acknowledge it. When they come out with the proof that what they are saying is the reality, then we'll have a conversation.
It's quite something to see Fatima Bio in action. She's a skilled operator building grassroots supports among the majority of the country, women. I wanted to know if she wanted the highest elected position of all.
Presidency does not come just like that. It will have to be the will of God. I'm a very fervent believer that when God wants something, He does it. I'm not hungry to be president. If it is what God wants, no man can stop it either.
God's will is not a denial. It may even be a form of confirmation. Over the past 100 years, only 24 African women have led their nations in the continent. Just 2 of them rose to power through democratic elections. Could Lady Fatima Bio be the one to join and redefine that legacy?